Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another session of Sacred Ecology. In today's session, we will be discussing the Bhusuktam. So in the vast tapestry of Vedic literature, the Bhusuktam stands out as a radiant thread that weaves together the profound wisdom of the ancients with the timeless beauty of nature. This sacred hymn that is dedicated to Mother Earth is not just a mere collection of verses, it is a symphony of sounds that resonates with our essence of being. So we are honored to present this unique collaboration between Shantala Sriramaiah ji. She is a renowned Veda reciter and the founder of Veda Studies. And the commentary will be given by Dr. Nagaraj Paturi, who is the esteemed Dean of Indic Knowledge Systems at INDICA. As Shantala ji recites each verse of the Suktam, Dr. Paturi will illuminate our understanding with his insightful commentary on each verse. May I please welcome Shantala ji and Dr. Nagaraj to the session, please. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us for this series of Sacred Ecology. So I'm going to hand over this session to the two of you now, and I will see all of you towards the end when we open for questions. Thank you.
So, Namaste Nagaraj ji as well.
Namaste.
Very nice to be here with you. It's such an honor.
Please start.
I will do the chanting of the Bhusuktam, but before that I will also chant our invocation mantras followed by the Bhusuktam. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvannutibhisi Dasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinama Vitriyavatu Ano Divo Brihataf Parvatada Saraswati Ajatagantu Yagnyam Havan Devi Jujushana Ghritachi Shagman Nova Chamushati Shrunotu Vagdevyai Namaha. Om Bhumirbhumnadyaurvarinantariksham mahitva Upasthete devyaditegnimannadabannadhyayadadhe Ayangau Prishnirakramidasanan Mataram Punaha Pitarancha Prayantsuvaha Trigum Shaddhama Virajati Vakpatangaya Shishriye Pratyasya Vahadyubhihi Asya Pranadapanatyantascharati Rochana Vyakhyan Mahishasuvaha Yatva akruddhaf parovapamanyuna yadavartya Sukalpamagne tattava punastvodippayamasi Yatte manyuparoptasya prithivī manudadhvase Aditya vishve taddeva vasavascha samabharan Manojyotirjushatamajyam vichchinnai yagnagum samimam dadhatu Brihaspatistanutamimanno vishve deva ihamadayantam Saptate agne samidhas sapta jihvas saptarshayas saptadhama priyani Saptahotra saptadhatva yajanti saptayo nira Pranasva ghritena punarurjani vartasva punaragna ishayusha पुनर्नः पाहि विश्वतः सहरय्यानि वर्तस्वाग्ने पिन्वस्वधारया विश्वप्स्निया विश्वतस्परी लेकः सलेकः सुलेकस्तेन आदित्या आज्यञ्जुषाणा वियन्तु केतः सकेतः सुकेतस्तेन आदित्या आज्यञ्जुषाणा वियन्तु विवस्वागुम् अदितिर्देवज्योतिस्तेन आदित्या आज्यञ्जुषाणा वियन्तु मेदिनी देवी वसुन्धरा स्वाद्वसुधा देवी वासवी ब्रह्मवर्चसः पितृणागुश्रोत्रं चक्षुर्मनः देवी हिरण्यगर्भिणी देवी प्रसूवरी सदने सत्यायने सीदा समुद्रवती सावित्री हनो देवी मह्यङ्गी महीधरणी महोव्यथिष्ठा शृङ्गे शृङ्गे यज्ञे यज्ञे विभीषिणी इन्द्रपत्नी व्यापिनी सुरसरिरिहा वायुमती जलशयनी श्रियन्धाराजा सत्यन्धोपरिमेदिनी श्वोपरिधत्तं परिगाया विष्णुपत्नीं महीं देवीं माधवीं माधवप्रियां लक्ष्मीं प्रियसखीं देवीं नमाम्यच्युतवल्लभाम् धनुर्धरायै विद्महे सर्वसिद्ध्यै च धीमहि तन्नो धरा प्रचोदयात् महीं देवीं विष्णुपत्नीमजूर्यां प्रतीचीमेनागुं हविषा यजामः त्रेधा विष्णुरुरुगायो विचक्रमे महीं दिवं पृथिवीमन्तरिक्षं तच्छृणैतिश्रव इच्छमाना पुण्यग्श्लोकै यजमानाय कृण्वति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः.
Thank you, Shantala ji. That was such a serene and peace-giving, peace-invoking chanting. This Bhusuktam that Shantala ji was chanting continuously from mantra 1 to the mantra last. Let me just mention a few academic points about from where the Suktam comes, what it is, and how we go about working on this Sukta and trying to understand this Sukta. Where is this Suktam in Veda is the general academic question people have. And if you look for the sources wherever this Suktam is discussed, it reflects the oral tradition of Indian Vedic chanting, Guru Shishya Parampara, Adhyayana Adhyapana Parampara, the diversity of it. There are diverse traditions of reciting and chanting, teaching and learning this Bhusuktam in different traditions. In the tradition, they use the word Patha for this. Whenever someone recites a particular Suktam or a mantra in a certain way, and they, as reciters, as chanters, feel that it is a different way than the way they chanted, they say that, oh, that is your Patha. This is my Patha. My Patha differs from your Patha. And your patha has certain mantras which I do not have. But when a particular mantra is taken, the word inside usually doesn't change. The swara inside doesn't change. Whether it is udatta, anudatta, swarita, wherever udatta, anudatta, swarita occur in that particular mantra, they remain the same. But in the different pathas of Bhusukta, which mantras get included, which do not, is actually there is a lot of variation. And also for the benefit of the participants, I should also say that there is a different sukta known as Bhumi Sukta, which is different from Bhusukta. So when you look for Bhumi Sukta, what you get, what you read or what you hear is an entirely different sukta with an entirely different set of mantras. But this Bhusukta that you were able to hear from the chanting of Shantala ji is mentioned to be part of Taittiriya Samhita, and the first 7 mantras are non-controversial. In every patha of Bhusukta, you have the first 7 mantras. And the last few mantras also are usually common. But when they want to mention the source of those last mantras, including the Gayatri that we were able to see, Dhanudhara, Dhanudharaya cha Vidmahe, there all such Gayatri part and the Vishnu Patni mantra and all that, some people say that they have no source. We have not found it in any existing mantra, in any existing branch of Veda. And some say that it is in Taittiriya Brahmana, in certain anuvakas. And the other mantras which come in the middle of these two, they are there in the tradition of some people do not have it in their tradition. So what has come to Shantala ji in her Guru Parampara is what she has recited. So if there is any participant who thinks that, oh, I didn't know this, I didn't know that this mantra is part of Bhusuktam, please try to understand. So with that, let us stop the academic part of it. Now let us go to the actual mantra. Let me tell you, all the participants, when you came to hear the commentary about a Veda mantra, please all of you remember that this is an emotion. This is aesthetic. This is actually an extraordinary poetry coming from Brahmarshi. There is a statement, non-rishih kurute kavyam. And all the Indologists looked at Veda mantras as poetry, and I have no objection. But this poetry was coming not from an ordinary poet, a poet par excellence, from Rishi to Maharshi to Brahmarshi. There is an extreme level of that capacity of creativity and aesthetics. There, when you are looking at a Brahmarshi, he is one with nature. He has a vivarta experience, a non-different experience from nature. So why we use the word apaurusheya, impersonality, for Veda mantras, is that at that stage the Brahmarshi doesn't feel that he is actually composing. He is only a medium for an expression that nature is making about itself. Nature is singing about itself. The whole experience is coming through the Brahmarshi. So let us feel that experience. The earth. We are talking about the earth. Whenever you travel in a bus or a train or in a flight and look at the earth, You feel like singing about it. You get emotional about it. But when you want to do it, and you are not able to do it, hear this chanting. When you hear this chanting, then you know what he's saying. You feel like saying, yes, yes, this is what I wanted to tell you, Mother Earth. This is what I wanted to tell you, my Earth. Yes, my Brahmarshi, he was able to say what I always wanted to say. Always felt about the Earth. And only because we were not able to feel this about the Earth, we've been doing so much harm to it, digging it, passing weights on it, killing it, breaking it. No, no, no more. When I hear this chanting, I'll never be able to do it, is what you're going to see, what you're going to say. Let us now see the Bhusuktam, mantra by mantra.
ॐ भूमिर्भूम्नाद्यौर्वरिणान्तरिक्षं महित्वा उपस्थेते देव्यदितेऽग्निमन्नादमन्नाद्यायादधे.
This mantra is actually addressing the earth as Aditi. All people who know Puranas, Hindu Puranas, know the word Aditi as the mother of all Devatas. But here the earth herself is being addressed as Aditi, and the mantra is saying, oh Aditi, Devi Aditi, I am placing this fire, this Agni that I am using for my Yagna in you. This Agni is food giver for me. And I am to give food to him. I am placing this Agni in you, oh goddess Aditi. And you are in the sky, in the space. You are hanging in the space, and in you, in your lap, in your motherly lap, I am putting this Agni, food giver Agni, and giving food to it through my Yagna. What a feeling. When you are doing Yagna and placing Agni on earth, your feeling is that you are placing it in the motherly lap of Mother Earth. That is what this mantra is saying. Looking at earth as hanging in sky, but at the same time you are on the earth and you are putting the food giver earth Agni, and you are giving food to Agni. What a beautiful feeling.
आयङ्गौः पृश्निरक्रमीदसनन्मातरं पुनः पितरं च प्रयन्त्सुवः.
From this mantra onwards, we have three different mantras, where in the first mantra you have the word Gauhu, in the next mantra we are going to have the bird, and in the next mantra to that we are going to have the bull. Actually, there is some mystic expression in it, though actually these mystic kind of mantras are sometimes misleading. They give you an impression, if they are riddle-like mantras, they give you an impression that they are actually talking about a cow or a bird or a bull. But actually, when you look at this mantra, what outwardly it is saying is that there is a cow, there is a cow. It is a beautiful, good quality, good breed cow, because it is a spotted bull. It is a spotted cow. That is why it is actually of a good quality. And what it is doing is it has come and sat before the mother in the east, and it is proceeding towards the father in the heaven. Oh no, actually what it is saying is not actually about a cow. It is actually talking about, when you look at the word spotted, and try to understand what it is actually meaning, is that it is talking about the earth itself. And people know that in Sanskrit, the word Gauhu actually means the earth also. So the variegated, the multispectral rays of light of knowledge, or multispectral rays, or they're actually purposefully from the earth, they are going again and again like a loving mother, and they are again coming back as if they are coming back to the father. And so what is the father here? What is called as Suvaha, the space, the divine space, the celestial space, is what actually being called as Pitaraha. So this is the feeling. The uh, earthly rays are going to the motherly side, emanating from the motherly side, and they are reaching the fatherly side, is the feeling that you are getting. So that beautiful feeling that the multispectral rays coming from the cow, that is the earth, are going from the mother to the father. What a beautiful feeling.
त्रिगुंशद्धाम विराजति वाक्पतङ्गाय शिश्रिये प्रत्यस्य वहद्युभिः.
Again, I already said that in these three series of mantras we have cow, then bird. Now we get the bird. Here, patangaya, the word patangaya is used. So it gives you an impression that there is a bird, and it is flying with its wings, and there are 30 places, Trigunshadhya Dhama Virajati. And then it says that actually it is some bird is flying there, but actually this mantra is again allegorically talking about the earth itself as Vak. Earth itself is the speech, and that speech in me is vibrating in all speakers, not just human speakers, all living creatures. It is actually Patanga there is talking about the wings. The wings are the vibrations, speaking vibrations in us. And there are actually 30 places in our existence from where this vibration of speech is coming out of us. And that beautiful way of looking at the speech coming from the earth, or speech itself being the earth, and that being compared to or imagined to be a bird inside and coming out of us, is the beautiful feeling that we have in this. And it is saying that by coming out of us, the walk is taking us to the higher worlds. Along day by day, it is taking us to the higher worlds, is what is the feeling in this. So what a beautiful feeling that the earth is your speech. Your speech is coming from the earth. Beautiful feeling.
अस्य प्राणादपानत्यन्तश्चरति रोचना व्यख्यन्महिषः सुवः.
Again, here there is the word Mahishaha. Mahishaha gives a general outward meaning to be again a buffalo. People translate the word Mahishaha as a buffalo. But when you actually go into the word, the etymological sense of the word, it actually means a great one or the mighty one. And when you look at the words prana and apana here, you get a feeling that they are talking about the inhaling breath and the exhaling breath, inspiration and expiration. So you feel as though we are talking about the breathing in and breathing out by the earth. That itself is a beautiful feeling. That, oh, we are talking about the breathing in and breathing out by this Mother Earth. And she, the Mother Earth, is wandering between the worlds. Yakyan, this Mahishaha Suvaha, the space between the high and the lower, higher and lower parts. But when you actually look at what is prana and what is apana here, actually the brilliance of prana is actually descending to the body and spreads all over inside and illumines the subtler realms, the subtle parts, and that suvaha is occupying the mighty one. So again, there is an adhyatmika experience here where we are talking about the inhaling and exhaling by the creatures themselves, but we are identifying that inhaling and exhaling by the creatures with the inhaling and exhaling by the earth, and we are getting a feeling that with this breathing in and out, we are reaching the higher realms through our experience.
यत्त्वा आक्रुद्धः परोवपमन्युना यदवर्त्या सुकल्पमग्ने तत्तव पुनस्त्वोद्दीपयामसि.
The mantras, this one and the next one, both are talking about the anger. In this mantra, the word kruddha is used, and in the next mantra, the word manyu is used. And in both the mantras, there is an anger that is being talked about. What is this anger? The anger of humans themselves. For example, this mantra is saying that if in my anger, oh Agni, oh fire, if I have scattered you in my rage or through misadventure, may that offense be rectified by you, O Agni. Again, we rekindle you. That's one way we can take this mantra to mean. But actually, when you look at the etymological meaning of these words and go inside, it also means that out of our own repeated anger, our own wrath, our own misfortune, oh Agni, if I have scattered you, then through my good thoughts, please give me those good thoughts, and may that fire in me be rekindled again and again by your anugraha, by your grace. Here, the focus has shifted to Agni, because actually we have started from the first mantra itself that we are placing Agni in the motherly lap of the Mother Earth. So by doing that Havana, by doing that Yagna, we have scattered it, and we are requesting for forgiving by doing that. That is the outwardly meaning, but there is an inward meaning also, that in my antaryaga also I have scattered the fires inside. Through my meditation, let them all be again coming back. Even that meaning can be taken. But both these mantras, this one and the next mantra, are focusing on the forgiving, request for forgiving from Agni. Next mantra.
यत्ते मन्युपरोक्तस्य पृथिवीमनुदध्वसे आदित्या विश्वे तद्देवा वसवश्च समाभरन्.
This again is talking about fire, O Agni. In your anger, whatever you have scattered, now that is all spread on this earth. Now, actually, when you feel Agni, not to be just the Agni in the Yagna, in the Vedic worldview, you have the vision of Agni in three different forms. Agni in the Yagna fire, and Agni in the sun, and Agni that is spread all over. Agni that exists in every creature, inside and outside. So this, O Agni, in your anger you have scattered all over, is talking about that all-pervading Agni. And then it is saying, Aditya Vishve Tad Deva Vasavascha Samabharan. Adityas, the Vishve Devaha, Vasavaha, all these different divinities are again bringing back. They have all brought back that fire. They are, the disturbance in the equilibrium is getting restored again. So due to anger, if it is scattered randomly, spread all over the earth, but the Adityas and all the Devatas and all the Vasus, they are gathering together. They are all gathering the fire together and they are bringing back the equilibrium of fire. And that gives us a very satisfying and contenting feeling, comforting feeling that, okay, if I have scattered the fire also, it is all coming back into order. Fire is in order in the earth. So that feeling that earth is full of fire that is in order, and all Adityaha, Vishve Devaha, and Vasavaha, all the divine forces are bringing it back to equilibrium, gives us a very comforting feeling.
मनोज्योतिर्जुषतामाज्यं विच्छिन्नै यज्ञगुं समिमं दधातु बृहस्पतिस्तनुतामिमन्नो विश्वे देवा इहमादयन्ताम्.
This is another beautiful mantra where we are talking to our own mind. We are asking the mind to rejoice, to enjoy, to relish. O mind, the light, manaha jyotihi also. The mind is a light. And we are asking the light of the mind to rejoice, to relish, to take the juice, because the Vichinnam Ajyam, Vichinnam Yagnaha, the Ajyam in it, the what we put inside the fire, what we put inside the Yagna, it is again coming back. So what is put inside the Yagna, O mind, you relish it, you enjoy it. So we are asking the mind to enjoy the earth, the fire put inside the earth, and the fire glowing inside the earth, and the Yagna and the oblations in it. O mind, you rejoice. That's what we are saying. And also, we are saying that Brihaspati, the great one, the mighty one, this word Brihaspati, actually, people think that it is Puranically, it is Devaguru, one divine sage, or there is the planet Jupiter, or any such thing. But in the Veda mantras, the Brihaspati refers to the divine force only, the great force. And that Brihaspati, the great force, the great divinity, is actually extending it. Tanutam, imam no Vishve Devaha, all gods, Vishve Devaha, they are enjoying this. So let my mind enjoy, let the nature enjoy, let everything enjoy that is happening through this fire that is kindled inside the earth through Yagna and through Havis.
सप्तते अग्ने समिधः सप्त जिह्वा सप्त ऋषयः सप्तधाम प्रियाणि सप्तहोत्रा सप्तधात्वा यजन्ति सप्तयोनीरापृणस्वा घृतेन पुनरूर्जानि वर्तस्व पुनरग्न इषायुषा पुनर्नः पाहि विश्वतः सहरय्यानि वर्तस्वाग्ने पिन्वस्व धारया विश्वप्स्निया विश्वतस्परी लेकः सलेकः सुलेकस्तेन आदित्या आज्यञ्जुषाणा वियन्तु केतः सकेतः सुकेतस्तेन आदित्या आज्यञ्जुषाणा वियन्तु विवस्वागुम् अदितिर्देवज्योतिस्तेन आदित्या आज्यञ्जुषाणा वियन्तु.
This group of mantras is actually talking about the yagna, the fire there, and it is talking in ecstasy. It is talking in emotion. It is talking in an ecstatic emotion that, oh, what is happening here? Actually, I am putting Agni, the Samidhaha, the fire sticks that I am putting inside, and the flames are in the form of 7 tongues, and there are 7 rishis that are participating in this, and there are 7 places where this goes, and there are 7 sages, Yagna performing sages, Potraha, and they are all in 7 different varieties. They are doing the Yagna, and there are 7 different sources. All this through Dhrita, through Ghee, all this is being performed. Wow, what is happening is the emotional ecstatic experience. And then it is also saying that, oh, again, there is a re-radiant, Punarurja, and there is this, we are saying that, oh, fire, oh, Agni, please, Pahi, please protect me, Naha, all of us. And then it is again saying that Vishwataha Pari, from all sides, spread from all sides, you come and protect me because I am nourishing you through this ghee that I am pouring in. And in the last of these mantras, the word Jusharna is being repeated, and that is actually talking about relishing, taking, enjoying the juice. What is that is being enjoyed here? Ajyam Jushana. Ajyam Jushana. Ajyam, that we are putting it inside. And it is actually licking. And it is actually in the form of a flag. It is all in the form of a divine traveler. It is in the form of a divine messenger. So all this experience of what is happening in the fire is being enjoyed in the whole set of mantras, but everything again as coming from the earth. Earth as being responsible for all this, earth as the enjoyer of all these. So whenever you are putting these ghee and other havis inside the yajna, Mother Earth you are enjoying. Mother Earth you are doing it in 7 different ways. Mother Earth you are protecting us. Mother Earth you are protecting us from all sides. Mother Earth you are relishing. Mother Earth you are enjoying. That is being expressed as if we are expressing those feelings.
मेदिनी देवी वसुन्धरा स्याद्वसुधा देवी वासवी ब्रह्मवर्चसः पितॄणागुश्रोत्रं चक्षुर्मनः.
From this mantra again, from the fires of the flames of Yagna, we are coming back to the earth again. We are looking at the earth into whose motherly lap we have put the Agni for Yagna. Now we are again addressing the earth. We are saying Medini. Meda is the fat. So Medini is juicily fatty earth. You're full of that nourishment. That medas there, the fat there, is the nourishment that the earth is giving us. So we are looking at the earth, the vast earth, as fully fat earth, full of nourishment, that we are all the riches, all the treasures in that is the medas. So Medini, a fluffy beautifully fat earth is what we are looking at the earth in a beautiful experiential way. And then we are saying, oh divine entity, Vasundhara, it, the one which has treasures in you. You have treasures. All the treasures that we dig in, we mine in you. All those are in you. And you are Vasudha. You you have the Vasu in you, the golden treasures in you. No, no, you are treasure itself, Devi Vasavi. Devi Vasavi. And because of all this, you have the Brahmavarchas, the radiance, the glow, the luminosity of the cosmic force that is there in you, Earth. And because of that, you are the ears and the eyes and the mind of my ancestors. That is one way of interpreting this sentence. And it can also be interpreted as saying that actually my ancestors also got their ears, their eyes, and their mind from your cosmic energy only. So, in the same way, O Medini, O nourished and fully nourished earth, nourishment giving earth, O treasureful earth, O treasure itself, earth, my treasure, my mother earth, you, just as you gave the ears and mind and eyes to my ancestors. What does it mean? Giving ears, giving eyes, giving mind means actually it is because of the uh, nourishment that we got from the earth only. We are getting all the sense abilities, we are getting all the mental abilities, all this from her only. Only from that we are getting the cosmic radiance, and our ancestors got it, and we are also getting it from you, O Medini, O Devi, O Vasundhara, O Vasudha, O Vasavi. We are calling her in our affection to the mother.
देवी हिरण्यगर्भिणी देवी प्रसूवरी सदने सत्यायने सीदा.
This word, Hiranyagarbha, this gets repeated in mantras, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, and it again comes in a different sense in Upanishads also. Hiranyagarbha is a golden womb. Hiranyagarbhini, O Devi, O Mother Earth, you have a golden womb. What is golden womb? Anyone who knows about the earth, the benefits that they are getting from the earth, particularly from the upper crust of the earth in the form of agricultural products, in the form of minerals, in the form of everything that is so enjoyable, useful for us, they definitely get a feeling that, oh, Mother Earth, you have a golden womb. And we are getting all the benefits of that golden womb. So Hiranya Garbhini, oh Devi, with golden encasing womb. And then we are saying Devi Prasodari, or you are all for all prasa, for all the jivas, you are the udara. From your udara only, from your womb only, all the living creatures have come. Oh Mother Earth, come sit in this place. Sadane, in my place. Sadana is house. In my house, you please come and stay here. My house is Satyayana. It is a place of truth. Come and Sida. Sida means come and happily stay. Sida is not just staying, Prasida. You come and stay happily with all happiness. Oh Mother Earth, come and stay here in my house. My house itself is actually you, but because I am truthful to you, please come and stay in my house. It's a beautiful feeling. Oh earth, I am staying in you. You are staying in me. You are staying in my house, and I am staying in you and in your house. Is the beautiful feeling about the gold encasing womb of earth and womb of all creatures in this mantra.
Samudravati Savitri Hano Devi Mahyangi Mahidharani Mahovyathishta Shringe Shringe Yagne Yagne Vibhishini.
Again, this is what I was saying. When we travel across the earth, either in ships or in train or in buses, when we travel and watch the earth, we get this wonderment, we get this amazement. Samudravati, you have all these oceans in you. And Savitri, the word Savitri actually is one of the Vedic divinities. The word comes from Shri. It is actually generating, birth giving. So Savitri Shakti means birth giving force, fertility. You are the fertility. I am actually praying to the fertility in you, the motherliness in you, Savitri Swabhava in you, the Savitri Bhava in you, birth giving capacity in you. So you are not just having all the oceans, you are having the earth where you are giving birth to crops, you are giving birth to forests, you are giving birth to all the trees, you are giving birth to everything that gives birth to me. And wow, Mahyangi, what a vast body you have, what a vast limbs you have. You have Mahidharani, a vast earth you have, and Mahovyatishtaha, you are actually spread in such a vast space. You are, I'm just getting wondered about how vast you are. And when I look at you, sometimes I get afraid of you. Vibhishini, you get frighten me because Shringe, Shringe, whenever there are higher levels like the mountains, the mounts, when I look at them, their peaks, Shringe, Shringe, I get a feeling that, oh, what a frightening thing. But Yagna, Yagna, in your processes. Yagna here is not just the yagna that we perform, all the ecological processes, all the environmental processes. So, not just in your physical form, but in your processes also, your actually fear here can be translated as awe. You are such awe-inspiring vastness. You have samudras in you. You have fertility in you. Is the emotional, ecstatic experience that we are expressing in this mantra.
Indrapatni Vyapini Surasaririha Vayumati Jalashayani Shriyandharaja Satyandho Parimedini.
Again, Indra here is the divine radiant force that is looked at as the all-pervading force. You are the Patni. You are the wife of that divine cosmic force. And Vyapini, you are an all-spreading force. And Surasaridiha, you are like the, actually when from this generation, because we know the word Surasarit, which is a divine river, we remember Ganga as the divine river. But when you go back to the Veda mantra time, you can see that Surasarit is actually the divine stream of consciousness, the divine stream of the cosmic entity. And oh, earth, you have winds on you, Vayumati, Jalashayani, you have waters and you are sleeping in waters. When we see that most of the earth is occupied by water and water occupies more space than the land part of it, we get a feeling that she is actually sleeping. Earth is sleeping in the waters, Jalashayani. And then we are saying that, oh, you are the wife of that cosmic entity. and you have that streams, all the rivers passing in you, all the winds actually touching you, caressing you, and you're sleeping on the waters. And with all this, you are giving the prosperity to us, Shriyandha. You're giving that prosperity to us, and you are truly alive, uh, and you are on the top of this whole nature is the feeling that we are expressing through this mantra.
Vishnu Patnim Mahim Devim Madhavim Madhavapriyam Lakshmiim Priyasakhin Devim Namam Yachyuta Vallabham.
From here, we get a feeling that we are actually coming to the world of Puranas. We are talking about Vishnu that lives in Vaikuntha, and we also can easily accept that, yeah, Vishnu has two wives, Sri Devi and Bhu Devi. So the earth also, Mother Earth also is one of the wives of Vishnu along with Lakshmi. So that is why she is being called as Vishnu Patni. But actually, when you go back to the Veda mantra and look at that as Veda mantra itself, Vishnu, actually the word means the all-pervading. It comes from the root vish, that pervades everywhere. So Vishnu Patni, you are the female consort of the all-pervading force. Mahi, you are a great vast force. You are Devi, you are divine. Then when we say Madhavi, we can only feel that, okay, that is one of the names of Lakshmi only. So they are calling it Madhavi. But when you understand that it is Madhu, honey, sweetness, so Madhavi, a sweet one, the earth is such a sweet entity, and Madhava Priya. There is another entity, that Vishnu that we are calling, that entity is Madhava, that is also a sweet entity. So you are not just a sweet entity, you are Priya, you are lovable to the sweet entity called Madhava. But if you take a Puranic meaning also, Madhava, Vishnu, you are Priya to him, you are lovable to Madhava. And here again we are saying Lakshmi, you are Lakshmi herself. It is not that there is one Lakshmi and there is Bhudevi. There is Sri Devi and there is Bhudevi. Bhudevi herself is Lakshmi, Bhulakshmi. But that is a Puranic way of looking at it. But when you look at Lakshmi itself, is the beautifully featured, that Lakshana, Lakshma, is the beautiful features. Lakshmi is beautifully featured person. And Priyasakhi is actually, we are addressing the earth itself as our own Priyasakhi, our own good friend. We are calling her my beloved friend, my dear friend. We are calling the earth herself as Priyasakhi. And then finally, we are saying Achyuta Vallabham. Achyuta here is Vishnu from a very Puranic way, Vallabha, her wife. But actually, if you take another, that samasa as a, not as a sambhavana purvapada karmadharya samasa, if you are taking it as a visheshana purvapada karmadharya, that is, if you take the word achyuta as an adjective to Vallabha, you are an inseparable wife to that Vishnu. You are never separated from him. So you are always with the cosmic entity, all-pervading entity. Oh, Mother Earth, you are an inseparable part of the cosmic, all-pervading force. Also, that meaning we can take. But all these, my friends, you just start feeling that when we use so many names to something so dear to us, so lovable to us, we are actually saying, when the way we caress our children, caress the babies, then we say, oh, my lovable one, oh, my dear one, oh, my sweet candy, oh, my this, my that. We caress our children. So the divine entity also we are cherishing. Vishnu Patni, Mahi, Devi, Madhavi, Madhava Priya, Lakshmi, Priyasakhi, Achyuta Vallabha. With all these names we are enjoying, and we are giving more and more names and enjoying the meaning of those names through these mantras.
धनुर्धरायै विद्महे सर्वसिद्ध्यै च धीमहि तन्नो धरा प्रचोदयात्.
This is already, you might have noticed that it is in the form of a Gayatri. Gayatri mantra that we know, Tat Saviturvareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yona Prachodayat, is taken as the prototype for all the other Gayatri mantras. And all these mantras where the Vidmahe, Dhimahi and Prachodayat are taken as three keywords, and other words are replaced. They are all called Gayatris. But so this is a Dhara Gayatri mantra. This is the Gayatri mantra for the earth. So we are using the word Dhanurdhara here. Sarvasiddhiyai, for Sarvasiddhi, for all success, for attaining everything. That is the purpose. So that Dhara, let it drive my forces inside. Let it inspire me. Let it drive me. Let it give me the energy. Is the meditation that we are doing through this Gayatri mantra. But why Dhanurdhara? In one way you can see that in the Puranas, Satyabhama in Bhagavata Purana is considered to be the avatara of Bhudevi only, the earth only. There Satyabhama is found as Dhanurdhara. She comes with a bow and arrow. She snatches the bow and arrow from the hand of Sri Krishna when he is getting into a sleep because of an astra, and using that dhanu, she kills the Narakasura. So you immediately when you look at this word Dhanurdhara, you remember the Satyabhama form of Bhudevi and the dhanu in her hand. But actually the poetic aspect in this is that the earth's surface is not being looked at as a flat surface. It is being looked at as a convex surface. It is being looked at as a dhanu form, a bow-like form, and it appears as though this Mother Earth is holding the dhanuhu, the bow, and she is shooting all her abilities through that dhanuhu. So I am meditating on her, and because of that I get all my siddhis, and let her inspire me, is the meaning of this Gayatri mantra. We are meditating. This is a meditation.
Mahim devim Vishnupatnimajuryaam pratichi menagum havisha yajamaha.
Again, Mahim Devi, a great divine entity. Vishnu Patni. Again, it gives a feeling that we are talking about a Puranic Vishnu here. But this word Ajuriyam can be taken as ageless, never aging. She gets never aged. The earth is evergreen. We are talking about the evergreen nature, ever beautiful, ever nourishing, ever active, ever healthy nature. She is Mahi, she is vast, and she is the Patni of the all-pervading force, and she is evergreen, and she is a always healthy force. And we are talking about her as Pratichi. She is facing the west, and we are saying that Mena Gum Havishanyajamaha. We are sacrificing Havish into Yagna only for the earth. When we are dropping our ghee and other herbal components into the Yagna, We are doing it only for you, O Mother Earth, is what we are saying. And then we are saying that Vishnu, through his 3 steps, has spread everywhere. Actually, these 3 steps again, it gives us a feeling that we are talking about the Vamana Avatara. That is the connection between Veda mantras and Puranas. These 3 steps, Vishnu pervading everywhere through his 3 steps, comes repeatedly in Veda mantras. But here we are saying, oh, Mother Earth, the Vishnu, the cosmic force, has walked across all of these forces. So, oh Earth, you are shining in the Antariksha, you are hanging as a shining entity in the space, in the vast space, is what we are saying. Mahim Divam Prithivim Antariksham. You are hanging in the space. And across you, Vishnu has spread Vichakrame, Tredha. In 3 steps, he has vastly walked across the cosmic world, cosmic reality.
I'll chant these last 2 mantras. Tredha Vishnurugayo Vichakrame Mahindivam Prithivim Antariksham Tachronai Tishrava Ichamana Punyagashlokai Yajamanaya Krindvati.
Oh, I seem to have jumped the gun. I have already talked about Tredha Vishnu Rudrame, which he has chanted now. And then we go to the second part, the Tachronai. Then actually we are talking about the earth is actually nourishing us. And this is again a beautiful description of nature herself. Here Shrone talks about her waist part, her waist related portions. And from the Shrone, she is actually giving us everything. All the sacrifices, all the yagnas are coming from her. And from that, all the mountains and all the valleys and all the natural beauty of the earth is coming from there. And here, this Yajamanaya Krinvati Punya Shlokam can be interpreted in both ways. Yajamanaya, who is the Yajamana? We ourselves are the Yajamana. So, for us, the Yajamana, for the Yajna performing person, she is giving all the prosperity, Punya Shlokam. She is giving all the purifying and nourishing forces, nourishing prosperity. And it can also be interpreted as Yajamana, as the cosmic force. So she is giving all that cosmic ability, sacrificing natural sounds of her are coming from the streams, rivers and forests. So this mantra can be taken as description of all the Veda mantras coming from the rivers and other natural entities that are there in the earth. So it makes us feel as though whenever we go to a water stream or a river or a forest, the sounds coming from there are actually the Veda mantras that the Mother Earth is reciting to us, chanting to us. She is chanting these mantras. So the ending mantra of the Bhusuktam gives us a feeling that the Mother Earth is chanting through her natural sounds all the Veda mantras. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
So I'll chant the Bhusuktam, the whole thing together now. Thank you for that. Absolutely amazing, beautiful. It seems like you channeled the rishis to bring us some of that ecstatic poetry. So beautifully explained. So I will recite the whole Bhusuktam again now. Om Bhumirbhumnadyauvarinaantariksham mahitva उपस्थेते देव्यदितेऽग्निमन्नादमन्नाद्यायादधे आयङ्गौः पृश्निरक्रमीदसनन्मातरं पुनः पितरं च प्रयन्त्सुवः त्रिगुंशद्धाम विराजति वाक्पतङ्गाय शिश्रिये प्रत्यस्य वहद्युभिः अस्य प्राणादपानत्यन्तश्चरति रोचना व्यख्यन्महिषः सुवः यत्वा क्रुद्धः परोवपमन्युना यदवर्त्या सुकल्पमग्ने तत्तव पुनस्त्वोद्दीपयामसि यत्ते मन्युपरोक्तस्य पृथिवीमनुदध्वसे आदित्या विश्वे तद्देवा वसवश्च समाभरन् मनोज्योतिर्जुषतामाज्यं विच्छिन्नै यज्ञगुंसमिमं दधातु बृहस्पतिस्तनुतामिमन्नो विश्वे देवा इहमादयन्ताम् सप्तते अग्ने समिधः सप्त जिह्वाः सप्त ऋषयः सप्तधाम प्रियाणि सप्तहोत्रा सप्तधात्वा यजन्ति सप्तयोनीरा पृणस्वाघृतेन पुनरूर्जानि वर्तस्व पुनरग्न इषायुषा पुनर्नः पाहि विश्वतः सहरय्यानि वर्तस्वाग्ने पिन्वस्वधारया विश्वप्स्निया विश्वतस्परि लेकः सलेकः सुलेकस्तेन आदित्या आज्यञ्जुषाणा वियन्तु केतः सकेतः सुकेतस्तेन आदित्या आज्यञ्जुषाणा वियन्तु विवस्वागुम् अदितिर्देवज्योतिस्तेन आदित्या आज्यञ्जुषाणा वियन्तु मेदिनी देवी वसुन्धरा स्याद्वसुधा देवी वासवी ब्रह्मवर्चसः पितॄणागुश्रोत्रं चक्षुर्मनः देवी हिरण्यगर्भिणी देवी प्रसूवरी सदने सत्यायने सीदा समुद्रवती सावित्री हनो देवी मह्यङ्गी महीधरणी महोव्यथिष्ठा शृङ्गे शृङ्गे यज्ञे यज्ञे विभीषिणी इन्द्रपत्नी व्यापिनी सुरसरिरिहा वायुमती जलशयनी श्रियन्धाराजा सत्यन्धोपरिमेदिनी श्वोपरिधत्तं परिगाया विष्णुपत्नीं महीं देवीं माधवीं माधवप्रियां लक्ष्मीं प्रियसखीं देवीं नमाम्यच्युतवल्लभाम् धनुर्धरायै विद्महे सर्वसिद्ध्यै च धीमहि तन्नो धरा प्रचोदयात् महीं देवीं विष्णुपत्नीमजूर्यां प्रतीचीमेनागुं हविषा यजामः त्रेधा विष्णुरुरुगायो विचक्रमे महीं दिवं पृथिवीमन्तरिक्षं तच्छ्रोणैतिश्रव इच्छमाना पुण्यग्श्लोकै यजमानाय कृण्वति ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Sophia ji.
Namaste. Thank you so much for that beautiful recitation of the Veda, the Bhusuktam, Shantala ji, and also Dr. Nagaraj. That was such a beautiful commentary. And I'm sure everyone who's watching this is very, very inspired because, you know, listening to the chanting is extremely beautiful. But when there's meaning attached to it, it adds so much more depth and layers to the chanting because then you truly understand and experience the mantra while chanting it. We're open for questions now. I think Dr. Nagaraj has already answered a few questions. There was one from Disha ji about if the Bhusuktam has different verses, and he's already answered that, saying that yes, it has different verses in different traditions. And we have a few more questions. We have a question from Satya ji, who's
who wants to recite a few additional mantras. If we want to allow him, we have to actually promote him to be a panelist. If we decide, we can ask Potigaru to promote him as a panelist, then he will be able to recite.
I'm not sure if we can do that at this moment because if it's a different link. So perhaps during another session that we can organize. Meanwhile, I'm just going to move on to the next question. We can come back to this if we have time at the end of this session. This question, it's actually a comment from Monica ji, who's thanking you both for the sweet, poetic and inspiring session. Then we have Sadhana ji is asking if the chanting has a nasal sound. Shantala ji, maybe you want to answer this?
I think the nasal sounds were present where the nasal sounds are supposed to be present. So perhaps the participant is referring to a particular change in nasal sounds, you know, like the I sound, etc., which really needs to be studied and understood. So the anuswara sounds that we apply in Vedic chanting, it's something one needs to know. So I don't know if I can give an example. For example, Mano jyotirjushatamajyam vichennai, there is a nasal sound there, or vichennai yagnagam. So there is a nasal sound there which gets expressed. So it's not that the entire chanting is nasal, but where nasal sounds are there, they are there. That's all. Maybe Nagaraj ji has some more insight. I'm not sure if I answered fully.
Yeah, actually, you're absolutely right. From a very script point of view, those parts appear to be sound in it or gum sound in it. But when it is followed by vowels or consonants, particularly consonants like ya, then that ma sound turns into a pure nasal sound. It turns into a palatal nasal sound. Then it appears as though you are pronouncing nya there. What actually is getting pronounced there is a combination of m and ya. So all those portions, they are learned by the chanting person from the guru as they are, and it is the Vaiyakarana, the grammarian, who goes into these details and tells you why that nasal is coming there and all those details.
Thank you so much. I hope that answers your question. The next question we're taking is from Ratanskar ji, who's asking, I think so, is the entire visible manifest cosmos a contradiction, fallacy, and a dream? I hope I got your question right.
Yeah, I think that is coming from a Vedantic perspective. He is saying that, all this beautiful experience that you are describing here, it is temporary unless you realize that all this is Maya and all that. That's fine, but this is not the context for such a discussion.
Thank you. Disha ji has an additional question. Does Prithvi or Bhudevi also have Triguna? And she is relating this with the actual reason of Kamakhya Devi bleeding once a year.
This is not the context to discuss those aspects, Dishaji. This mantra that we are discussing, Bhusukta that we are discussing, has no such aspects involved in it. Yes, when we go to the Kamakhya and Bhudevi, menstruation, and all that. That's a totally different topic for a different day.
Thank you. Preeti ji is asking if Bhudevi's identity as Vishnu's wife comes from the Puranas, is the same being reflected in the Bhusuktam composed way earlier? What would be the relation between Indra and Vishnu and their mutual connection to Devi?
Preeti ji, actually, there is, if we talk from a contemporary academic point of view, people say that Indra of the Vedas turned into Vishnu of the Puranas. That is one explanation that people give. But that is why I was giving both the interpretations to the same mantra. When you look at that mantra, it gives an impression as though it is all Puranic in its content. But when you go to the etymological meanings of the words, you will be able to see that it is a Veda mantra only, and you have Vedic meanings for those words there. That is why we have this connection. Itihasa Puranabhyam Vedartham Upabrahmayet is the dictum that is found in Puranas themselves. Puranas themselves tell you that from the Veda mantra, the Itihasa Purana narratives come. One very good example in this mantra is the Vishnu's 3 steps. Here, what is this Vishnu's 3 steps? Is actually the description of the earth itself. From the earth to the space in between and to the divine area above. But actually, in Purana, it becomes the Vamana's 3 stripes. So when they see such connections, they say that from such Veda mantras only the Purana stories have come into existence. But how this has happened, how they are connected, is all a very intricate and nuanced discussion that we can take up at a different context.
Thank you so much. Asha, this is a very sweet comment from Ashank Mittalji, who's wishing everyone a happy Teachers' Day, especially to Nagaraj and Shantala. Happy Teachers' Day, Shantala. It's a great day to teach the meaning of these ancient verses. And what is the applicability of Bhusuktam and Bhumi Suktam in Bhu Va Vijya / Krishi? I hope I got that right.
Yeah, it is actually, he's talking about agriculture.
Okay.
So the last word actually refers to agriculture. Definitely, Shankti, actually we are looking at the earth here with an ecstatic identity with the earth. We are enjoying the earth. We are looking at the divinity of the earth. We are praising the earth. We are taking it as our dear friend. So when you have that kind of an attachment, your agriculture also, you are talking about it, her fertility, Savitritva of her. So where you are doing, all agriculturists in fact actually have all these feelings. I think all agriculturists all over the world, the farmers, have all these feelings. What the Brahmarshi in this mantra is doing is he is articulating those deep feelings of all the farmers who have got that kind of an identity and attachment for the earth in his own deep voice. So when farmers definitely, when they look at this mantra, they say, this is what I wanted to say. The Brahmarshi is giving voice to all my feelings.
Thank you, Ashankji. I hope that answers your question. Our next question is from Senkuttuvanji, who's asking, can everyone chant the Suktam and when should it be chanted?
Shantalaji is chanting, so you can also chant it. So that answers that question. When it is chanted, is actually, there are 2 ways of answering this question. When it is to be chanted is a prescriptive answer. When it is chanted is a descriptive answer. In a descriptive way, I can say that actually the portions of this mantra that we are saying, taking forgiveness from the fire, and all that is coming because this mantra is being used in several yajnas. While actually putting the Havana Kunda in it, creating Havana Kunda, after closing the Havana Kunda, the forgiveness from the earth is sought, and all these mantras are recited there. So Bhusukta forms part of many Havana Yagna rituals. As part of Yagna rituals, it is recited. So that is descriptive way of talking about it. When it is to be recited as a prescriptive answer that you are asking from me. Let me tell you, sir, that today everywhere they are saying, if you want land, recite this. If you have a land problems in court, property disputes in court, recite this. If you have agricultural problems in your agricultural land, recite this. So these are belief systems that are developing around Bhusukta. So they are saying that Bhusukta definitely helps you in all land related development. So either if you want to go by those beliefs, you can go by them. But you can also say that whenever you are constructing your house or whenever you are dealing with the earth, you can recite this mantra. Whenever you are interacting with the earth in several different forms, you can recite this mantra. No belief involved there. You're actually dealing with the nature. You're being friendly with the nature. You are saying, Priya Sakhi, you're my dear friend. Okay.
Thank you. Let's just take, we have a few more very nice comments from the anonymous attendee who attends all our sessions. So good to see you here as well, who's saying this was very beautiful session and also has actually a question. Is the Bhusuktam chanted only on special occasions, which you kind of already answered, but when can we use it for our own personal upasana?
If you're talking about upasana, yes, you can, for your upasana, you should know who Bhu Devi is. And once your guru gives you the upadesha of Bhu Devi as your upasya devata, then you can use this mantra to repeatedly do the Shravana Manana Nididhyasana in you about that Devi that your Guru has given you. Then that Upasana establishes you in that divine form called Bhu Devi. That is Upasana. Or if you want to use this as the Upasana for Moksha, then you have to take this Bhu Devi form as the form that is closer to you, through which you are understanding the cosmic reality.
Thank you so much. I think we're done with questions for now, but we will forward anyone. If you'll have any more questions, you can always write into us and we can forward your questions to Dr. Nagaraj. We just have a few announcements before we end this session. Firstly, I'm sure all of you who have been watching this are very inspired, and I hope you're inspired to learn the Bhusuktam. You can do so with Shantala ji. She teaches at vedastudies.com. She's also the founder. Koti ji is going to add the link to vedastudies.com in the chat box. So anyone who wishes to learn Veda recitation can please go check out Veda Studies. And another very exciting announcement we have is the INDICA Yoga Mysuru Yoga Utsava, which is going to take place in December, between 15th to 17th December. And we're very excited. It is INDICA Yoga's first in-person festival. Koti ji, can we have a look at the poster and the website? Koti ji has also put the website for the festival in the chat, and registrations for the festival are now open. So I hope you will all join us in December. We have, yes, both of these links are available for everyone now in our chat box to access. Dr. Nagaraj, before we sign out, is there any message you'd like to leave us with?
Thank you, Shantala ji, for that patient repeated chanting thrice in the same session. And thank you, Sophia ji, for that beautiful comparing of this event. And friends, all of you, please remember that Sanatana Dharma, as its central spirit, has ecology in it. Ecological spirit is the central spirit of Sanatana Dharma. So please keep repeatedly attending all these ecology related sessions that INDICA is organizing. Then you will go to the Shruti of all the smriti that is required for this generation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Shantala ji, can we have a few last words from you before we sign out?
I just wanted to say thank you also to Dr. Nagaraj, and I would have been willing to chant any number of times. So hardly any patience was exercised. It was pure joy. So thank you so much for that. And Sophia, as always, it's brilliant always to come on INDICA, and so grateful for this opportunity to present traditional chanting, which is coming from a Guru Parampara. So just that last thing I want to say is, Dr. Nagaraj said anyone can chant. I just want to add that anyone who learns from a teacher can chant. That's all.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Absolutely beautiful message, thought, and advice to end the session with. Thank you so much, Dr. Nagaraj. Thank you so much, Shantala ji. Such a beautiful session to have on the auspicious day of Teachers' Day. May we all be blessed by our gurus always. Hari Om.